Alright, here's to talk about Ren Seeks Help. If you never heard of this episode, I can explain this to you. Well, the reason this episode sucks was number one, it's got really bad humor, and the adult party reboot of the original show is not good at all. Yes, the original can be gross and nasty and awful things, but was also a good show. So we give that point a little redeeming up. But this one, they sabotage the original whatever, sabotage the original cartoon, and then turned it into a weird looking spin-off that turns all of the wonderful, decent Diamond into something nasty. We just start this second episode with Stimpy bowling and crying for 4 minutes, and Ren going through a depressive void. Eventually, Ren goes to Mr. Horse and a psychiatrist for help. But it turns out we see Ren's childhood, about him torturing and killing the bugs and animals. Eventually, he discovers a frog, and he also discovers he doesn't want to kill him because that would end their suffering. Ren's parents force him to kill the frog, only for Ren to joke about killing the frog. Oh, and they turned Ren's beautiful but nasty character into an even more narcissist character. What disturbed mind finds this crap funny? Nobody, of course. Oh, and it turns out after all of that dark humor, Ren's never gonna be helped. Mr. Horace literally brings him as insane. So he beats up Ren, but Ren fights back and turns into a cat, even though he's a chihuahua, and then he kills Mr. Horse, and then the animal control comes. He bites one of the men's arm off and eats it, while the second man catches him. They put him into a mental institution. Well, he'll never be nice to people and forget. Oh, and the frog for many years that got tortured crawls out of the room and then goes to a gun to plan his suicide, only for him to survive, causing him an even more agony and suffering. And we just end with a Looney Tunes joke. I would never recommend anyone to watch Ren and Stimpy adult party cartoon. No one likes this. Not even adults like this too. The first episode was a little bit tiresome, and the second one is even more tiresome. Oh, there's a sequel to this. There's a prequel. Ren, Life Sucks. It just starts with Stimpy watering his garden, only for Ren to show up, as he says to him, life sucks. Since Stimpy disagrees with him, Ren gives us the process of life, as in the Children's Crusade, the children meets horrible fates like them drowning, freezing to death, getting frostbites, Stimpy getting horrified even more, as the true horrifying one was being a bunch of slaves in the harems. Stimpy, truly horrified by this, asked the question in a terrified voice, how can these things happen? And worst of all, many employees considered it the best Ren and Stimpy episode ever made. Torturing your audience is fun. No, it isn't. Not really. Anyway, this explanation's over. Bye.